So a huge thing with when you're shampooing is you need to scrub it in and scrub it out. And we can get really itchy scalps if shampoo is left on. Water is absolutely your best friend, and through every process with this, you want to have lots and lots of water. So I'm going to massage it a little bit. This kind of like pre-releases any product. With the Innersense shampoo, it comes out like a gel to be emulsified first. And when you emulsify it,
I read that on the conditioner.
yeah,
That you had to like.
it's now cream. It's super slick. So it's totally different. Yeah, I know. This is having to re-educate everybody. So then I love to get everything in between my fingers, and then I can just feel how it glides through your hair now. So shampoo is for the scalp, except when you have a lot of buildup on your hair. Small circular motions. If you have longer hair, it's usually easier to do this upside down, or if you have shorter hair, just turn to the side, massage through. This particular shampoo is so gentle. I use it to take off my makeup, and I use it as a bubble bath.
Really?
And my favorite bubble bath, 2 cups of Epsom salts, but I have to make sure that my hair stays out of it. And then a capful of, or not a capful, because the stuff's a little, like a little bit of the shampoo. And because of that orange and rolly.
Oh, that smells so good,
Yeah. You feel like I can get my hands through your hair, because now it's a cream. But I do want to show, like, you really, 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 really need to scrub it in and scrub it out. You don't ever need to shampoo your hair twice unless you're trying to get something out. Occasionally when I'm using undue goo on somebody, I will shampoo twice. It's all based on the feeling that it doesn't overstrip the hair. I can still get my hands through her hair, but I'm working the water all the way through, and I'm making sure that I get everywhere. If you lean back like this, oh, you're fine.
Okay.
If you lean back like this, is the water getting on her nape? Nope. So you need to make sure that you tilt your head forward and you get that water down your nape. So lift up your hair, feel it going through. Really make sure with your fingers that all of that is getting clean. I'm gonna have you turn your head to the side. So, because otherwise it can get really itchy. All right, turn the other way. This is the most exciting and fun part. This is Squish to Condish. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of water. I use the pure inspiration on her because her hair is a little bit finer. So I'm not going to use too much. This is about a teaspoon. And I get it all over my hands, in between my fingers, and on the backs of my hands. So I have a thin layer all the way around my hands. This way I don't put a big glob on any one particular part of my head or a client's head. So I actually just tap all the way around, and I just kind of gently start to finger through. If I had longer hair, I would actually part the hair, and I'd use the back of my hands. So I would put it down in one big ponytail like this, and then I would part the big ponytail into 2, and then with the back of my hand, where the conditioner didn't end up, I just wipe it. And then a lot of times people right here at the crown, is like the roughest, hardest part to get through. It's usually really, really, really coarse. So we're almost ready to squish. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. You can use your spray bottle, or if you have an on-off thing on your shower. Now listen, that's how loud you want this to be. So this is absolutely force feeding that water into the hair. The other thing that's really, really important is to come through with tension, different directions with fingers, smoothing root to end. Do you see the difference in her hair now? Do you see how it just drapes like butter? Go ahead and reach up and feel your hair right there. Right here, but feel that. Do you feel how it's really
silky?
It's silky. So, do you mind if other people touch your hair?
Yeah,
Okay. So this is what I mean by not slimy. You want to? Sure. Yeah. This is what I mean by not slimy, but it has lots of slip.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
That feels nice.
Different. It's different than that kelp
Yeah.
feel, right? So we go through, and it's, you know, so just go through different directions, tension between the fingers. So this is smoothing root to end. And then you take that grouping that you worked on, twirl it in your hands, make sure all that hair is in your hand or two hands. And do you see how I've got foamy milk? That's like a really good consistency. If the hair feels locked up, like, oh, I can't get through the hair, my first thing is to add more water. Because all that means is like there's just not enough water in there. So I always just add more water. When in doubt, add more water. Because even if I want to add more conditioner, it's better just to have more water in there. So that's what I mean about it. And it just drapes. And look at all those beautiful curl groupings. Yeah. And the crazy thing about when the hair is properly hydrated like this, it can be about a half shade or one shade darker. Just because we've got the hair properly hydrated and it's all joined together, the cuticle is smoothed down, and it will reflect more light. When you rinse, you want to make sure that conditioner gets off the scalp. I'm just going to do a quick rinse. And I work it through just a little bit on shorter hair, and I want to make sure that her hair isn't too much. And I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to squish. I'm going to make sure everything runs clear. If I saw any residue, I would know I need to rinse a little bit more, but her hair still feels very, very slick. So if you don't mind getting touched again, come on up and feel again. So it's, yeah, just so that I like people to understand how their hair needs to feel. Yeah, touch your own hair.
Oh, you know, I've been rinsing it a lot more.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice.
But not slimy, not
No,
greasy,
no.
not buttery, and there's like no, it just feels moisturized, so there's no residue. Hold your hands and your thumbs together so it forms a nice big cup, push up to your scalp, and then squeeze. There's like no water coming out. So this is like the perfect time to add product. On other people, we might have like pouring down rain, so I say, you wait for the pouring to stop, and then when you get raindrops, that's when you add product. If you have really, really coarse hair, really, really kinky curly hair, wetter is better. But this is just, see, we've already got this beautiful curl clumping going on. But I'm just holding this up, squeezing. So on her, we're gonna put just a little bit of the quiet calming, just a tiny little bit. So it's about that much. Again, I'm gonna get it all over my hand. Yeah, you can lean over.
Head down or?
Yeah. And so what I want to do is I want to get curl groupings together. I don't want to scrunch. I want to smooth. So I'm going to go palm to palm and get this in. I'm going to grab little curl groupings. You see how they all get nice together? And then get a little bit more up to the scalp. Just so that the hair is soft. So this product has absolutely no hold to it, but what it's going to do is keep the hair really moist and really soft. So now it's prepped and ready to go. We're going to use Volume on her. Volume is a very lightweight styling lotion. It's not a lot. It's about a nickel size for her hair. And I'm going to get it all over my hands. But feel how slick that is.
Oh, I have that.
Oh,
stuff.
you feel how slick that is?
Oh, yeah.
I think you're using the gel right now.
Yeah, the hold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so lean over. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna grab curl groupings. This is what I mean by roping. Just very, very gentle. Kind of tap. See, I haven't disrupted the curl pattern all. I'm gonna come back, push, and then turn your head slightly. Now I'm gonna just squeeze and hold. No aggravated scrunching. Just squeeze and hold, and that's gonna get all that product in. You can see it start to come out on my hands a little bit. Then we're gonna blot with the flower. I'm just gonna use the same wet section to dry everywhere. So I'm not moving around. You can hear the squish, right?
Mm-hmm.
If at this point, if her hair started to look fuzzy,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna look fuzzy when it's dry, but everything is beautiful together.
Yeah.
So
I can see it.
yeah. So her hair does not feel sticky. You can touch it. You can just see it doesn't feel sticky or gooey, but you can tell that there's product and softness in it. And so we're ready to go dry.
Yay.
All right.